Well, back home on Dalal Street, the market failed to hold on to its opening gains on Friday and ended the day in red. Nifty closed below the 11,500 mark, while Sensex fell 400 points from its highs. Bank Nifty led the decline and closed over 420 points off its record highs, while the mid-cap index that turned negative for the week and closed 0.7% on the red side. Nigel Johnson to get us all the market cues we need to watch out for trade today. So Nigel, the global growth concerns, will they weigh on Indian markets as well?
Well, very good morning to both of you today. I think, the bulls will not want to wake up today, actually, just looking at the screen, because the US markets, they saw selling pressure. You had an inverted bond yield structure that played out. And also you had the CBOE volatility index that was up close to around 20% odd. So the global Q is not very, very positive. But what's positive is the FI flows. More than 1,000 crores is what they pumped in Friday's trading session. Remember, we had some profit booking, but yet the FIs, they continue to show faith. And in fact, in terms of data points, this is the best flows we have had from the FIs at the start of the year, all the way since 2013. So good news coming in there. The DIs, they're offloading some positions. They sold close to around 600 crores odd. Short point, the Nifty ended the week on the back foot. But remember, we're up close to around 850 points just in the last 1 month or so. Now, interesting data point coming in terms of what the FIs are doing in the F&O market, because the shorts, they got some money on the downside, but what they did was they closed out some of those positions. Remember, the FIs are net long on the index. They're more than 65% of their positions on the long side, and there were no fresh shorts that were added. Remember, we're getting into expiry week, but they closed out some of those short positions. They seem to be buying some protection. In case things go wrong, then they bought more than 30,000 put contracts. The good part, though, is that they're still writing puts if you compare it with the number of calls that they wrote. So they're expecting a bit of a dip maybe, and if that happens, then they have protection on the downside. But otherwise, they're writing more puts than calls. The ammunition really will be with the bulls at least, because this series has belonged to the bulls. You have more than a 650-point rally that we've seen in the March 2019 series. So the levels that you're looking at, the SGX Nifty is suggesting we're likely to start off on the back foot with a cutoff around 50 to around 60 points. So we'll be starting off closer towards the 11,400 odd mark. On the upside, the resistance will be at around the 11,570 odd. That's the recent high we made just last week. While on the downside, I'll be interested to see, we're going to see a downtick to kickstart trade. At some point of the trading session, will we see some buying re-emerging? And can the bulls defend maybe around that 11,375 to around 11,400 on a closing basis? Going to be quite crucial.
All right, Nigel. And individual stocks, what are you watching out for?
Well, Jet Airways, we've been watching it for all of last week, all of the last month. We'll have to watch it today as well. The sources tell us here at CNBC-TV18 that the lenders are likely to pick up stake. And once they pick up stake, then the next 2 to 3 months, they're going to find a new buyer. So unlikely that, we'll see any deal very, very closely. But the lenders will take it up. More importantly, we'll have to see what Mr. Naresh Goyal's action is going to be. Is he going to say, well, I'm giving up control on the company? That'll be viewed actually as good news. We'll keep an eye out on that one. We have a CNBC-TV18 exclusive as well. Glenmark, in terms of the Form 483, we have accessed it. Yeah, in fact, Ekta has accessed that in terms of Glenmark's Goa plant. 5 observations coming through. So we'll keep an eye out on Glenmark as well. Other smaller companies from the broader markets, Amber Enterprise, well, they have bought close to an 80% stake in Sidwal Refrigeration. Around 160, 170 crores is what that company did in the past year. We'll be waiting by to see what exactly is the consideration. So that stock will be in focus as well. TTK Prestige, well, the stock, over the last many years has been quite a multi-bagger. Now they're talking about a bonus issue on March 29, so keep an eye out on that stock as well. Bombay Dyeing, they got an occupation certificate just around a week or so ago. On the exchange, they filed another notice that they've got part occupancy certificate for their project in Dadar. So let's keep an eye out on that stock as well. Jubilant Foodworks, well, it's IPL fever, across the weekend. But besides that, what they're saying is that the newly launched, Domino's Pizza in Bangladesh, that's broken the global record. So keep an eye out on that stock. And Tata Motors, we'll watch that stock, in terms of news-based reports, 25,000 rupees is what they've hiked passenger vehicle prices. But if the global markets are going to go into a bit of a tizzy, then Tata Motors will be one of those stocks that'll get hit along with all other, global-facing themes like the metal space as well.
All right, Nigel, thanks a lot for that. Before that, you said Jubilant Foodworks has broken some global record in Bangladesh. Bangladesh is a little far from here. There is an outlet very close, Low Apparel. You intend to break those records and buy lunch for us?
No, for sure not, Mangalam. No ways.
All right, but we'll do something off. We'll talk about it off.
Sonal, you can buy it for both of us.
I will think about it.
All right.
But now it's time for a break. Up next, former Managing Director of McKinsey, Rajat Gupta, says he's innocent and is not an inside trader. That exclusive on the other side.